Honestly, he just needs to work on that end product, and he'd be a world beater. That's simple as that. I think Adama, like, just such a lack of end product. We had him at Villa as well, but we didn't really see much of him. For somebody that's got all that dribbling and pace and athleticism and strength, and he's got everything except for that one thing, end product. Like, if I was him, I'd just be in the training ground every day, just hitting crosses and shots in like for hours, and he could be absolutely amazing as a talent. Had that end product, he could win the Ballon d'Or. That's like as easiest way to put it, really.
Because when you look at the guy, when you look at how he's been playing over the last couple of years, sometimes it's been right wing back, sometimes right mid, sometimes right wing forward. And the fact that Spain didn't even select him in that semi-final when they had 6 subs to use, and they really could have got past that back line. They knew for a fact he could get past Chiellini, Bonucci, Di Lorenzo at left back as well, but he didn't come on. And that's probably one of the reasons why, when you look at the fact that other wingers like Torres and Oyarzabal, who was the winger there as well,
Yeah.
Morata came on. In terms of Adama Traore's career, is what, 25, 26 now. He should be coming to his peak of his career, and it's not really going into anything different. He hasn't really changed up his game. He's still that pacey winger that he should be, but his end product has kind of let Wolverhampton Wanderers down. And if Spurs were to buy him, would they be any better with Adama Traore as a winger, or would he still be feeding balls into Kane or to Son, or even helping with the goals? I don't think so. Personally, I don't think so. How do you see that?
I just think if he just got that, I don't know why, but it's so obvious what he needs to work on as a player. And the thing is, like, surely he can they could coach him into something. Like, you can't exactly, like, how hard it is to build up that strength, and not every player is going to be able to have that sort of level of pace, no matter how much you could train and add to your explosive. Like, you could probably get a bit faster, if you did training, but just do every single cross in the book. Honestly, he just needs to work on that end product, and he'd be a world beater. That's simple as that.
It would be someone that the Premier League would be scared of, not just because of his overbearing size and his ridiculous speed. It's someone that, because when you think about it, Salim, we don't really have that many amazing dribblers in the Premier League anymore. Not like we used to, even 5-10 years ago. The likes of Hazard with Coutinho, even players like Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez was a great dribbler on the ball. But when you look at it now, there aren't as many great ones. And Adama Traore is a great dribbler, but besides that, there's not much else that is really kind of doing. When you kind of look at it in other teams, you can probably see like 1 or 2 that will dribble at you because everyone plays in that system. And the Premier League has become a lot more possession based as well. That's how I kind of see that, Silent, or more defensive based with teams like Burnley and Newcastle as well. But Saint Maximin is a brilliant dribbler when you look at him in Newcastle, and he can take on players left, right, and centre. How do you kind of see the Premier League in terms of dribbling stats as well? Do you see it becoming more like that or kind of less like that?
We've got some good dribblers in the Prem. I mean, Saint Maximin's problem mainly is that he's playing in such a defensive team. If anything, like, I think he needs to. I don't know. I'd love for us to go for him, to be honest. But I'm looking forward to seeing like Leon Bailey play in the Prem. We have got some other like quite good dribblers like in the league. Yeah, Man City are filled with them, for example. Like Foden, Mahrez, and the list sort of just goes on. Like even Bernardo Silva as well. But like you said, the Prem has become a bit more like tactical. There's less of that sort of hoofing kind of thing, and all teams are trying to like implement a style and brand of football, due to sort of like the younger coaches that have sort of come through, and it's just made it more exciting for us actually. So I do think that the winger role isn't dying, and the inside forward role's there to stay. If anything, it's just like if these players like Adama and say Maximin at a push, if they could just sort of tweak themselves to get that end product right, like sort of bang on, then they'd be real assets. Like they could be winning titles for sort of, I'm not saying at Wolves, but at Spurs or something as well. Like
they could be getting into these teams they could be the missing piece of the puzzle in certain teams as well. And we've seen someone like Riyad Mahrez, who won the title with Leicester and did the unthinkable, move to Man City and win the title as well, and be a key component in a couple of their title charges as well, which has been brilliant for someone like Riyad Mahrez. And